Hello, welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live. Right now, I post a new video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content as we go along. In a moment, I'm going to be talking to you about why I cancelled my date from Facebook dating and how to recognise signs of incompatibility. But first, if you don't know who I am Sandra Fermi, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book, and the link below in the description should be to that book there. We've also got another one with help for anxiety, depression and fibromyalgia. This one, Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, with a lot of the techniques in this book will help you even if you don't have fibro. So, hello Fiona, nice to see you. Lots of love. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for coming on tonight. Yes, I'm not going to be too long tonight because I have to go and eat. So, my hair's wet, you might notice, because I've been out at 20 to 10 at night. And then at 11 o'clock I went out. So I did all my food shopping because I'm working on my Asexual Guide to Sex book all this weekend. So I wanted to make sure it's all done. And I haven't eaten food this evening yet. So yeah, I've only had a snack, so I need to get a shift on. It's lovely to see you too. So I actually cancelled my date from Facebook dating. So the guy that I was going to be having a date with tonight, I cancelled with him last night. Because, so I told you in the last video there was some red flags that I had, right, about communication. And so what happened is he wanted to video chat with me while I was busy doing work. I specifically said to video chat, tonight at 9. That was our arrangement because I told him I'm busy. I do lead a busy life. I think some people think I'm on a dating just to pass the time, but I'm really not, And unfortunately, this seems to have been the case with him to a certain extent, right? So, basically, he said to me, "Oh, do you fancy a video chat?" But he keeps saying this at kind of inconvenient times when we'd already arranged a video chat, a specific time of day. So the day before yesterday, not yesterday, and not the kind of the night, but the day before yesterday in the day, I sent him 2 morning messages and I didn't hear from him till all day, and it was like 9:30 or something at night, and I messaged him to say that I noticed you removed me from Facebook dating where we met, and you haven't replied to my messages, so are you still interested in video chatting? And then he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm still interested." And then he goes, "I've just been so busy." And then he started chatting to me about stuff. And he kept asking if I wanted a video chat. And then that night I was really busy. I had a lot of admin to do. And I kept saying to him, I don't know, it'd be 1 in the morning. And then it was 2 in the morning. By the time I finished, it was 4:20 in the morning. But for some reason, he was back up again at 4:20. I mean, when people are getting up like that at weird times, it's often because they've got another woman they're talking to. Right, and also if he's deleted me from the dating app so quick, if I do delete people from there if we're going to be Facebook friends, because I don't think there's any point in being there as well. And but I usually say to them, I'm just deleting you from the app because we're talking on here now, to let them know, because otherwise I find that a bit rude. This is my standard. I'm not saying the guy's a bad person. I'm saying this is my standard. So when you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for a significant other, you have to have your standard of what is right for you, right? There is no right or wrong. Different people have different standards, right, in their relationships and their boundaries. Hello, Liam. Lots of love to you. So people will have different relationship standards, different boundaries, right, they put in place, right? I've learned there is, thanks for the thumbs up, lots of love to you. I've worked out there is no wrong in life, right? A lot of, especially women, I have to say, a lot of women are put down in society. Oh, you're too needy, you're too sensitive and all this lot. This is rubbish, right? If a guy says these words to you, he is not the right guy. He's just belittling you, putting you down. He's narcissistic, right? This is not what this guy was doing, but I'm just saying, right? Because you have to understand in life, what I've learned through dating and relationships is you have your standard. And you aren't wrong because that's your standard, but you have to be willing to walk away from a guy who does not meet your standards, or a person. In my case, it's a guy. So with this guy on Facebook dating, like I said, I hadn't heard from him, not yesterday, but the day before. I hadn't heard from him all day since I sent him 2 messages in the morning, voice messages. And you know, and then it wasn't until I said something to him and he started talking to me. I'm like, oh no, I'm really looking forward to our video chat, right? If a guy's keen on you, he will communicate with you more, usually, right? And so to me, that means he wasn't that keen on me, even though he was saying that he's really happy to see me after that when he was talking, right? And he's looking forward to happy to see me because he sent me a selfie, happy to hear my voice and stuff, because I didn't actually put the camera on then. So anyway, then last night he wanted me to video. It was like 11:30. I just finished talking to like it might have been even more like midnight, I think. So I'd been talking to my friend, one of my best friends, who'd been helping me with my admin work, and I know it was after 11. I think it was coming up to 11:30, something like that. 20, you know, between 11:15 and 11:30, and basically, you know, I then needed to eat some more food. I wanted to upload another shorts, because you might have noticed I've started doing shorts videos. So I'm still going to be doing the live streams for people who want longer and to chat, but I'm going to be doing shorts videos, and shorts usually are a minute or less in time, and it's just little snippets all about asexuality. I'm also answering some questions from sexuals in there as well, which is like, most asexuals don't want to answer those because it's like, oh God, not again. Do you know what I mean? But I thought I would put some of them out there in the hope that some sexuals can understand asexuality better. And also there's a lot of stereotypes and myths about asexuality I kind of want to bust through, because a lot of it is just not actually true. It's only true in certain circumstances with certain asexuals, not with others. So the spectrum's so wide. So, you know, so anyway, I said to him, I can't, because I need to upload this other video. I said, well, I'm uploading a video, got to upload a video, got to have something else to eat, right? I said, I've just been talking to my friend, and one of my friends, you know, the person's had some, you know, loss in their life recently as well, which, you know, it's private, so I can't talk about it. But, you know, I did mention that to them, that my friend, you know, I needed to speak to them. And, you know, he didn't have any empathy for that at all, right? And he was straight in there said to me something about the fact that he just wanted to meet people and he's frustrated. Sorry. And, you know, that is the type of attitude that I do not like and I do not appreciate. I specifically set a time aside for him on Friday. He knew that, and it's kind of like he wants to video chat with me when he wants to video chat with me. Because I said to him, like, oh, so what have you been up to today? Have you been, you know, what have you been busy with? He goes, well, I haven't been busy. He goes, I've been off all week because I'm on lockdown. I'm bored. And that's when he said, you know, I was looking for people to talk to, and it's so frustrating. Sorry, like kind of in that type of tone. I can tell the way it was written. You know, and I thought, you mean to... So I said, well, you told me yesterday that you were so busy. Now you're telling me that you're bored because of lockdown. So clearly, you're just... That says a lot about how you know, you didn't reply to my messages. That says a lot about how you really feel about me. And I said, you know, so that's not honest, is it? If you were saying that you're really so busy and then you bored and lockdown. I said, so basically, you're just talking to me because you're bored during lockdown and you want someone to speak to. You know, and I said, we're not going to be compatible. And I wish you the best of luck to find a girl near where you are. You know, and then I let him block me. I just switched my phone off. I knew he'd block me, and of course he did. I wanted him to block me. I thought, I'll let him have the last say and block me. There you go. And then he of course, these type of people then try and turn things around on you. But yes. So rude. Exactly, Thiola, you know, it's like, I haven't got time, thank you, Thiola, I haven't got time for guys who want me to video chat with them when they want and completely don't care about the amount of work I've got, don't care about the fact my friends, you know, like, you know, they you know, I didn't go into details because my best friends, like, their stuff's private, but, you know, like, I just said, you know, they've had some loss recently, and he had no empathy. It was all about him. And when someone uses the word frustrated like that, it means they're aggressive. They've got an aggression in them. If they don't get their own way, they're going to get frustrated and like this. It's not a good thing. It's a really, really huge red flag. Don't go there. Wish them the best of luck. Lots of luck. Wish you the best. No harm done. Off I go. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, you can't be... Because I said that I need an effective communicator as well, you know? I know they don't care, selfish. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. If he'd have really liked me and he's been bored all week, got nothing to do, why was he so busy? Because I'm guessing he was chatting up other women. That's what I'm guessing. Because obviously if he's looking for just people to talk to, then he must be on the dating app, which is why I've deleted me off there, and chatting to other women. And because I said to him, basically, you mean to say that you tried to connect with, because I didn't understand what he meant at first, and I'm like, hang on, yes you do, Sandra, you know exactly what he means. So I'm like, okay, so I spelled it out to him. I said, well, first of all, you told me you were busy, that's why you couldn't answer my messages, yet you now saying that you're bored and got nothing to do, and so basically you want to just have me for someone to talk to because you're bored in lockdown. That's it, basically, in a nutshell, and I said I need an effective communicator, someone who'll talk, and this isn't, because I asked him as well what he thought of my profile. Did he read my profile? I said, was my actual words, and he wouldn't answer me. It's no good. You can't have a potential relationship or even a friend who won't even answer the basic questions like, did you read my profile? Yes or no. I asked him 3 times that. Theola, I like how you don't put yourself down. No, absolutely not. I've got nothing to put myself down about. I mean, I'm intelligent, gorgeous, beautiful girl who's got a lot going for her in her life, and at the end of the day, that's the thing with him. He hasn't got anything going in his life. He's just bored. Which, if he really liked me, he would have answered my messages from the morning the previous day, because he obviously clearly was bored out of his brain and had nothing better to do. Anyway, so, the fact he couldn't even answer 2 messages, he just wasn't interested. He just wants to talk to someone, and he was frustrated. I said, oh, that's what I also said. I said, so basically, you've connected with people, but no one wants to talk to you. And that's what you were hoping from me, just to talk to me because you're bored in lockdown, basically. And I know I'm right. He knew I was right. And he tried to make up some rubbish going, oh, what I meant was, though I can't go out at the moment and it's frustrating. And I thought, that's not what you said. That's not what he said. He specific, and he goes, oh, and I would have come down and seen you. It's just rubbish. But, if that's so terrible, and off he went. You see how they twist things around? So that's not what you said. So I know. I thought, don't try and manipulate my mind. Thank you very much. I wish you the best. He's just got, his journey in life is just different to mine. He's at a different stage of life. I wish him the best. I wish him well, or smart girls. They don't like serious or smart girls. Yeah, I know. I mean, I said clearly in my profile I was looking for a serious relationship. He put he was looking for a serious relationship. Clearly he wasn't. He should have put on his profile he's looking for chatting. Because you can put that on there. But I know in the beginning he did say that he was, probably he might want a girl nearer where he lives, but he didn't know about the distance. But, he was still acting like he was interested in a relationship with me because he was starting to talk about in-person dates, So at the end of the day, I wanted to tell you and be honest with you. I wish the guy no harm. I let him have the last word and block me. I thought, have the last word, you can block me. It's actually fine. I don't worry about stuff like that. If I'd wanted to block him, I could have done. I thought, no, let him do it. Let him have the power, because obviously I was the one who cancelled the date on him. And so I'm just like, you do it, So I let him have his say and block me, which is fine. And I thought I watched a movie last night. I thought I'm just going to chill out with a movie and not worry about it and just detach, I mean, and it was really strange. Something really weird happened on the dating app today. Now, when you delete conversations, I thought it blocked someone on Facebook dating, but it doesn't actually block someone. It just deletes that conversation. So I've been getting people recently that have come back in on the app to like me. And they've tried to talk to me again. About 3 or 4 now, I think it is. I had a young guy, and I'm like, we've had this conversation before, and you want basically casual sex with an older woman, and you don't want a serious relationship, you don't want to tell your parents that you like older women. He was like 21. I said, so that's not acceptable. Then there was another guy who started talking to me again. I said, we've already had a conversation. He goes, yeah, but I want to know why you don't like sex. I said, I'm sure I told you this before, but I told him anyway. And then there was another guy, and I said, oh, we've spoke before, and he didn't reply to me. And then I had a guy today pop up, but the weird thing with this guy is his whole conversation with me and him came back. And as far as I knew, I deleted the conversation. So when you delete conversation, if you like a person again, it's usually a new conversation. That one you should get back. Deactivated accounts, it's called. You can't get them back, but they're like old conversations, but they call them deactivated accounts, even though they've still got an account. And so it's really, really freaky. This Indian guy turned up and carried on talking to me again. And I'm like, he's like, oh, hey, Sandra, remember me? How are you? And I didn't speak to him since November last year, and it had all our conversation in there. And I'm like, oh, my Lord. I said, I didn't think this was supposed to happen. How can this happen? He goes, I said, I thought you deleted our conversation. He goes, I thought you did. I said, well, I thought I did, but then I didn't see the last bit of your conversation with me that's here. So maybe you blocked me and then unblocked me again. Because I think if you block someone, you can unblock them and see them again, I think. But if you delete the conversation, it should delete the conversation, though. So it doesn't make sense. Anyway, I know, it's really funny, Theola. I so nearly called you Leola then, sorry. Theola, sorry. And so that was really weird. But unfortunately, he's a highly sexual Indian guy. But I thought, why is this happening? I thought, yes, Indian guys, they're always there to save me. And he basically was reminding me that I should be with an Indian guy, because we all know, really, I want an Indian guy. It's just, it is. I try to be with other guys, but I just really want an Indian guy. I don't think I'll ever change on that. I don't think anything's going to be, I really want a younger Indian guy. I believe it's out there. I can see him. I want to take care of him. I love him already. It's really hard when you've got a soulmate somewhere that you love and you haven't met them yet in this life. It's kind of really weird. It gets a bit upsetting sometimes, but it is what it is. And so I have to get on with my life. I've got an asexual Indian non-romantic soulmate who's 22 years, so obviously my age group I like to talk to, but he's amazing and he's like a best friend now. So I haven't met him in person yet though, so he's incredible. We get on really, really well. Really, really well. We're like soulmates but of a non-romantic nature, so it's really good. And so yeah, he does a lot for the LGBT plus community. So he is amazing. But yeah, anyway, this guy, he started talking to me, and then he started talking to me about sexual stuff again. I'm like, oh God. I found out, I said, well, why are you single then? Why? Because he started asking me about questions about, because he was one of the guys that said, I'd love to kiss you, but I couldn't basically live without sex. And so he's 36, and so he started talking to me again, going, oh, I wish I was 15 years old and would come and live next door to you and kiss you. And I'm like, well, I don't go out with 15-year-olds anyway. So yeah, but basically, yeah, he started talking to me as well about sexual stuff, about like kissing and stuff, and I'm like, and I found out, I said, well, why are you still single? Because you know what I mean, he's really good looking, there's no doubt about that. So I'm like, why are you still single? And he's like, oh, because I like older women and much older. I said, well, I'm probably too young for you then. You know what I mean? Because I'm not much older, than him. So you know what I mean? I said, I'm probably too young for you, and also I like young lifestyle, So anyway, but he was really bad, because then he started saying, have you got any friends who might be suitable or older? I like older dominant women. I said, I only have one female friend, and she's taken, she's got a guy she lives with. And he's still asking me about her. I said, she's with someone. I said, oh, I get it now. Basically, he must go after married women, because he doesn't give a toss whether they're in a relationship or not. And I said, I think our conversation here is done. But he was asking me, oh, so would you let me suck your boobs and all this lot? And I'm like, oh, no, cringe, cringe, cringe. So, yeah, focus. What's the youngest and oldest Indian guy you would go for? Well, he was 36, guy. I haven't been with a 36-year-old before. I did actually have an older guy who was 39. He wasn't Indian, but I think it was around from what he was adopted, so he didn't know how old. Well, he was saying rubbish stuff first of all. I don't know how old I am. I'm like, well, show me your driver's license. He was how old was he? He was, oh God, he was much older. How old did I say he was? 39? No, he was 43. He was 43. Yeah, because that's older. I did a video about it. That's what they do to me. Ask me to find him a woman for him. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm not his lapdog. So yeah, so I don't know. It depends on aesthetic attraction, you know. But I wouldn't want a guy, like, probably a guy in his 30s. Maybe I could go for who was Indian, but I don't think I could go for any older than that. I mean, that would be pushing it. Really, I want a guy in his 20s. The youngest Indian guy I would go for, probably 20. 21's my ideal starting age. Probably could possibly do 20, but I wouldn't really want to go under 20. 21's really my ideal age. 21 to 28 is like usually my limit. But if a guy was like, it's to do with if a guy like looks young, so he could be older in, you know, like in his 30s, but look really young, like 10 years younger. I could still probably be with someone like that, because it's the look. I need a young looking guy who's clean shaven, who not got a beard. I can't stand beards. It drives me up the friggin' wall. Like, most of Facebook dating is all beards. It's like, I don't want to go out or date a bush. Kissing is my favourite thing to do physically in a relationship, right? Kissing. Oh, God, I miss kissing so much. I write passion without sex, and it's very difficult to find it, because asexual guys are just not passionate like I am in terms of kissing. And sexual guys want sex, and it's like, I'm stuck. It's like, there must be someone out there for me who's Indian, who loves kissing and doesn't need sex. So yeah, it's really hard, but I love my Indian guy. I've not even met him yet. It's very difficult, isn't it, when you know you've got someone? It's like, I just take that as a sign that this guy came into my life again to remind me that I'm meant to be with an Indian guy. What the hell are you doing with a British guy? He's not right for you, Sandra. I'm like, yes, I know. I guess I need to just wait for my Indian guy, and at least he's got to be foreign, really. But, you know, like, a lot of foreign guys are highly sexual guys, but, you know, but they're so much better looking. I really love foreign guys. It's so much better looking. Like, the Indian guy today was 36. He was really good looking. I mean, really, really, really good looking. But I could tell he was sexual. I can just tell by the way he is, by his facial expression, and, you know, and I can just tell he's a guy that loads of women who like sex probably would go after. But what makes me laugh at these people, he's like, oh, it's so hard to find an old woman. I was thinking, not really, but obviously, clearly, he likes older married or partnered women. If he kept asking me about my friend that's already with someone, well, I'm not going to tell you. Fiona, if you feel your soulmate, he will come. Yeah. What about heights? Would you date a man Would you date a manlet 55 Indian guy? Huh? Would you date a manlet 55 Indian guy? What's a manlet? Is that 55 or 5'5"? Yes, 5'5". It doesn't bother me height. I don't care how tall the guy is. He can be shorter than me or taller than me. It doesn't bother me. I never care about height. Never. That's one thing I never. Loads of women seem to be bothered about is height. I don't care about height. I'm 5'4.5". So if a guy who's 5'5" is like half an inch taller than me, I'm short. And my last long-term ex was 6'3", towering above me. I was so used to that type of relationship with him that it just didn't bother me, apart from trying to clamber in cupboards and stuff, because we used to live separately the majority of the time. And so when I went round to his place, I used to find it hard to get up to the top shelves. And when he came into my place, he used to hit his head on some stuff sometimes. So that was quite interesting. But I don't really want to speak about him again. But yeah. So Fiona, because I feel my soulmate, but I haven't met him. Yeah. So I don't care about 5'5", you know, but I live in the UK and I need a guy who doesn't want sex, doesn't want marriage, doesn't want kids, will move to live near me, but not with me. This is my criteria. I do not want marriage. The amount of proposals I get, God, I could have been married like 10 times by now. It's like women want a guy to put a ring on it. I could have got a ring on it very easily. But obviously people want visas. I'm not stupid. I like foreign guys, but I'm not a stupid girl. You know, these guys want visas. They want a housewife. And that's again why I'm not very relationship material for most guys, because they like my bubbly personality, they find me very attractive, very good company, but they want a housewife. They want someone who's in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning for them. Hey, darling, I've got your dinner on, you know, all that rubbish that I am not going to be doing for any guy, because I'm not interested. Cooking, cleaning, housework for a guy is something I'm not interested in. I'm a career girl, and I need a guy who will support me in my career and help me to, you know, in my journey of asexuality. You know, asexuality is my life mission. It's my mission to get asexuality recognised as sexual orientation throughout the globe, so no asexual has to live in fear of ridicule ever again. That is my mission. That is my life purpose, along with writing. Both of those are my life purpose. It's just my calling. That's why I'm here. I'll be here for years to come, because I have to make the difference in the world. There's lots of other people who are asexual activists, people who've got more views on their channel. Well, not necessarily more views, but more subscribers on their channel, probably more views and certain things. But it doesn't matter, does it? You know, because at the end of the day, what matters is the community here. You know, Theola, Liam, and Focus. So you want to take charge in a relationship. So I want to take charge in a relationship. I have a standard and certain type of criteria I'm looking for in a relationship. And if a guy doesn't match up to that, then I wish him well finding someone who's more suitable for him. It's not about taking charge. It's about having standards and boundaries. And if a guy, you know, like, I can look after myself, he should be able to look after himself. Right? I'm not asking him to do loads of stuff for me. Why does he expect me to cook and clean for him? I have my own life. I don't want to live with a guy. I have my own life. I do my own thing, and I've got life missions. There's so many people at home that just come home and watch TV. I'm not that type of girl. Right? I'm there till the early hours, typing away, blogging, vlogging, you know, doing this channel, doing other stuff. I've got a lot of work to do tonight, and it's already 10 to 12, and I've got my rashes starting to come back on my body again. I'm stressed. I'm signed off with a doctor again today for a month from work. But I'm on furlough as well. So anyway, but I still have to have a sick note, so my sick note's continuous. So I started getting stuff back on my hands again. So, you know, yes, they want all that cooking, cleaning, washing, meet all their desires just to please them. Exactly. Absolutely. And I'm not doing that, you know. If a guy wants a housewife, go and get one. Go and get someone else to be a slave. I'm not interested. You know, if a guy loves me for who I am, then he will love this about me. He'll be like, great, not another stupid, boring housework woman. Fiona, you need to get something to eat. Yeah, I do in a minute, yes. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you know, and it's, you know, I realise it's different culture. I respect that. But, you know, that's why I need to find an Indian guy that's westernised, that's suitable for me. You know, if he likes cooking and cleaning, that's good, because I know some Indian guys, I have met some Indian guys, and they say, well, actually, it's not true that all Indian guys want the woman to do it, because there are some Indian guys that actually do like doing that themselves. A lot of Indian guys are quite good at cooking as well, from what I understand. So me too, I don't like treating us like slaves. Exactly, I'll never get married. I haven't been being tied into a contract. That person can change, just like that as well. People do change because they're not being their true, authentic self, sadly. You know, and I'm not going to be tied into a contract. You know what I mean? It's hard enough if you've got to split up with someone without actually being tied into a contract. Do you know what I mean? And then you know, you're stuck. Marriage isn't for me. Years ago, I used to like the idea. I still like the romantic idea of it. All secure relationship with a person for the rest of your life. But if that person changes, which people can do, they can get a different job, they can meet different people, you know, and, you know, then you're stuck with someone who's not compatible with you anymore. I've met people like that, and it's sad and it's horrible for them, you know, but they rather stay in that relationship because it's easier than going through a 5-year divorce, for example. I have to say, my parents are happily married for 51 years. So it does work for some people. But I'm very different to my parents. I'm opposite of my parents. My mum is a housewife. She loves it. Absolutely adores it. I hate housework. I hate that type of lifestyle. But my mum and dad, it suits really well. I'm happy for them. Couldn't be more happy for people who love that life, but it's not me, you know? And if an Indian guy wants that type of woman, be my guest. Out you go. There's thousands and millions of people out there in the world that can be the right one for you. It's just not my standard, not what I like in my life. I don't want to stand near a sink and slave away at it. You know, it gives me pain anyway. So you know what I mean? I don't do all my washing up in one day. That's the beauty of living on my own. I do like being single, actually. So, you know, I might just discover that, hey, ho, my career is more important than anything. If I start writing more and more books, it will just be the best feeling in the world. So it's really, really funny because one of my friends was describing how they feel. They're not asexual. They were describing how they feel about something sexual, you know? And, you know, kind of the feeling that it gives them having sex, basically. And I can't stand having sex, right? It's not interesting for me. It does nothing for me, right? Kissing does everything for me. Sex does nothing for me. And it's like when they was describing it, I'm like, that's exactly how I feel about writing. Like that ecstasy that you talk about, which I don't get with sex. The ecstasy, the feeling of inner peace. Like I get that feeling from actually writing a book. I get so, like my Asexual Guide to Sex, but writing that, I'm just so happy. So that's why I went out late tonight, because I just really want to get it done, because I wanted to get the book out by the 31st of January, but unfortunately I've had to do some urgent admin work that couldn't be helped. It had to be done by deadlines, and it wasn't me setting the deadline, so I had to get that done. So that's put me back a little bit, but I believe everything happens for a reason, remember? And so, you know, I've got the weekend off. I've got all my food in for the weekend. I can shut my phone off for the weekend. I'll still be on here streaming because I'm back streaming now, so here for you. You know, but I've got work to do tonight, blog posts, so that I can be free to do my book tomorrow and Sunday, and I'll hopefully be doing it Monday and Tuesday as well, so 4 days in a row. So it's going to be like really, really good. I'm really excited because just nothing gives me more inner peace than writing. Nothing. I just like my whole, you can tell, look at my face, it comes to life. But the Asexual Guide to Sex book, I believe, can be the biggest book in the world, the most hugest book, the most amazing book, incredible book. Like honestly, it's a, because I love literature. I love the art of writing. I'm not keen on reading, which is quite weird for a writer, I know. But I love the art of writing and literature, you know, like, and the whole book is a genius work of art. And that's because of the people in it. It's not just down to me. It's all the people I've collaborated with, all the asexuals that have given up months of their time. One person we've been on working on their story on off for over a year and a half. You know, because I started this book in June 2019. So, you know, it's going to be out, definitely. You know, I suspect it might be out in March, but both in ebook and in print. Because usually the ebook comes out first, then the print. So I expect that the printed version will be out in March. You know, I plan to have both out by March at the latest. I wanted it to be the end of this month, but it might be quicker, but I have some content that I have to put in there, and it's going to take me a while to do it, but it's very important. It's safety stuff, boundaries, all this type of thing, asserting yourself in a relationship, understanding when someone's trying to manipulate you, you know, signs to watch out for, all that type of thing. So it's really, really important. That's an important part that a lot of books miss out when they're talking about sex and sexual relationships. They miss out all the type of things that you need to look out for to make sure you don't get into a bad relationship in the first place. That's kind of my expertise because of my past background, and also because I had 14 weeks training on it, like professional like training from a company who deals with that type of thing, who deals with abuse. So I've got a certificate. I did a 14-week training course on how to spot people who are abusive, so you don't get into a relationship with someone like that again. So I'm very good at spotting them now, but the trouble is not many other people can see them. I can just see even words and sentences that people use and the way they phrase something is manipulative, and I can see that, and other people can't see it. It's very subtle sometimes. It's like, you know, a lot of people, like with the guy last night, they probably wouldn't be seeing what I see so much, you know, and it's just like, well, it's just contradictory. I'm not having it. I'm not, you know, let that person go. I wish them well, though. Don't wish them harm. I wish them well. You know, I just think they've got a life journey to go on, and they're not where they need to be in terms of my standard, you know, in life. You know, I like a guy who's pays attention to me, who makes me his priority whilst also doing his own thing and being busy at the same time, you know. I'm really busy, but if I've got love interest, then I do take some time for them. You know, and I don't appreciate really being used because someone's bored in lockdown. It's kind of, it's not really what I want to be doing, you know. I'm specifically looking for a serious relationship. I don't want to, you know, on that app, because I do have awesome friends and I have a beautiful community here. I don't need to be spending hours and hours chatting to someone who, You know, I did say it might be that we're not suitable for relationship, just friends, but you can't be friends with someone who's saying that they are not, that they're busy, too busy to answer your messages, but yet they're not been busy. Do you know what I mean? You need honesty in a friendship, and you know, and not to be used. So I wish that person well. I really do. I hope they find someone nearer them that's more suitable for them. Probably someone who's got a lot more time on their hands and will literally be there whenever they need them to be, would be a suitable person for them. You know, some people are also bored in that whole life. They just go to work and come home and don't do much, and that type of person would suit that type of guy, you know. So I'm sure there's someone out there who can be with them, no problem. It's just not for me, you know. It's just not what I'm about. But yeah, so I think just that it just so was weird, that Indian guy coming back into my life. I'm like, how can it even happen? I honestly still don't know how that happened. But anyway, maybe one day I'll find out, maybe I won't. He's like, I'll see you in the next life, he said to me. I'm like, yes, bye. But I keep getting people come up, you know, who I've previously spoke to, so it's quite interesting. But yeah, so I'm gonna love you and leave you for now, because I've literally got to go for getting some food. But you know, like, you know, don't compromise yourself on your standards. I used to do this all the time. I used to be with meet a guy and thinking, oh well, I can change myself a little bit and I can drop this, you know, like accommodate him. And I saw these red flags before with guys, and I'd be like, oh, you know, maybe I can make it, or, you know, like maybe. Basically, I used to ignore red flags because I used to be, you know, I'm not needing a relationship like I used to be. I don't need a relationship. I love kissing. I miss kissing. Just the kissing, really. That's all I need a guy for, was kissing, to be perfectly honest with you. But there you go. But, you know, it's kind of hard kissing yourself. Well, there's only so much you can do. But, yeah, so, you know, like, you've got to just set your standards. And if the person doesn't meet it, there's no harm done. They can move on and get someone who's the right standard for them. You can move on and get someone who's the right standard for you, or stay single. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being single. I actually do love being single. I really do love my single life. Focus. Does the Indian guy need to be very good looking or baby face? I don't like beards. I cannot stand beards. I cannot be with an Indian guy who has a big bush on his face. I can have him as a friend, because my best Indian asexual friend has got big beard, but that's great because it means I'm not aesthetically attracted to him, and I can have a non-romantic soulmate relationship. Well, he's the only guy I have a soulmate relationship with that's non-romantic, a soulmate relationship with at all in that way. I'd have really, really bestest ever friends, but with this particular Indian guy who's my best friend as well, he's like my fourth best friend now. We have a soulmate connection from the first time we started talking, instantly. Like, it's just there all the time. And so, you know, but it's non-romantic, but it helps because obviously I'm still attracted to guys. He's attracted to guys, so it's no good. We can't be in a relationship, and he needs to stay in India anyway. And so I'm still nattering on. So I love you being here, though. I can't help it. And so, yeah, so he needs to stay in India anyway, but you know, he's into guys like I'm into guys, so we discuss guys sometimes. But he has a big bushy beard, and I can't be aesthetically attracted to a guy like that, you know. And it's good for me because I can't be aesthetically attracted to him. It's good because usually, because I'm a hyper romantic, I have some attraction for my friends, which is not because I want to, it's just because I do. Different types of attractions. So it's very good for me that he has a beard. So no, I could not. Mankel, is that how you pronounce your name? Oh, lots of love to you. So yeah, I like a guy who's got baby face, if I'm honest. I like Indian guys who've got baby faces, and who's good looking in terms of what I like the look of. So I like short dark hair, clean shaven, boy next door type guys who are thin, skinny, even though I'm not skinny myself. I'm not into muscly guys, you know. I like thin, skinny guys, you know, who are geeky and intelligent and romantic and love kissing and cuddling and holding hands and watching movies and going for meals and, you know, going to the cinema and going on theme parks, etc. So yeah, it's really, really important that that, you know, that you get the person that you want in life. Yes, that's what I like. Short, dark hair, clean shaven. The guy in the Life of Pi, him, I like him. He's really nice looking. So, you know, it's really important that you get what you want in life. Yeah, so I like a guy in his 20s, usually 21 and up. 21 to 23 ideally, up to 24, 25, 28 is the top limit usually. But like I said, I would be open to a little bit older if they did have a baby face. Basically, they looked really young. I don't like chest hair either. I really need a guy who's got no chest hair, and I happen to come across quite a lot of guys who don't have chest hair. I'm like, yay. So that's quite, everyone thinks, when I talk to them, they think it's quite strange. Like, how do you get that? I'm like, I come across a lot of guys who don't actually have chest hair. So dark or light skinned Indian guys, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, I like all colour. I like coloured skin in general. Probably maybe slightly darker, but I don't bother me. I like all Indian guys, whether they're whiter or darker. But I guess I like darker skin. Yeah. But I mean, I've been out with. I dated black guys in the past, so it doesn't. You know, it doesn't matter how, you know, like what colour really, but you know, if I'm honest, I guess a little bit, you know, tanned or darker ideally. So yeah, because I do love coloured skin, it's very beautiful. But obviously I've been with British guys in relationships that haven't even got, they're just white. So, you know, it's just, but I do think coloured skin is very beautiful, you know, I just do. I think it's like a beautiful flower, you know. You know, so I just think it's gorgeous. You know, so in the, you know, there's a lot of people that put people down about coloured skin. And I think it's horrible because I think coloured skin's so beautiful. You know, I think it's so lovely. You know, like I said, it's like a beautiful flower. Some people look at paintings and think, oh, that's beautiful. And I just think, you know, like Indian guys have got beautiful skin. You know, but even you know, I notice darker shades on anyone really. You know, even guys that aren't from India, you know, I see them. I was a guy in the supermarket tonight, actually. He had coloured skin. It was beautiful. So, but I couldn't see what he looked like because he had a mask on and hood up. But yeah, so, you know, I just like what I like. You know, people like what they like, don't they? Indian's my top attraction. Then I like Bangladesh second. Then I like Middle Eastern. Sri Lankan guys, they're really good looking as well. Very good looking. Mexican, some guys from Mexico, some guys from France, you know. Yeah, I like, you know, I do like coloured skin. I do like foreign guys in general. I think they've got a different aura about them, you know. So it's not just the colour of their skin, it's the feeling when I'm with them. The aura is different. I don't know how to describe it. It's like their essence, their aura, you know. That's from different, not, you know, not just India, even Bangladesh guys, they feel different. They've got a different aura about them. They've got a different energy about them, a different smell about them. It's just so different. They're just more me. Like if I'm around, obviously if I'm with an Indian guy, then I just feel like I'm at home. Like I'm meant to be with an Indian guy. Like he's my home. Because home is where the heart is, isn't it? So I know that like whenever I'm in trouble as well, something's going wrong in my life or I'm upset, there's always an Indian guy that pops up in my life. It's really strange, but it's beautiful. There's always an Indian guy just turns up, just like, you know, he could be at a reception in a hotel, he could be at a restaurant serving me food, he could just pop in my inbox like he did tonight. You know, it's just an Indian guy happens to show up. It's really strange. It's like they protect me. Obviously there's a lot of Indian guys that are not good. Don't get me wrong, I do know there's a lot of Indian guys that are not good as well. Like with any ethnic minority or any ethnic majority, there's those people that aren't good. Any people are people, aren't they? You know, so it's just like, you know, I just think, you know, life is beautiful sometimes. And I think, you know, that you have to pursue what you want to pursue, you know. Something I find really difficult is there's loads of guys out there that are with younger women, but when it comes to being an older girl with who likes younger guys, there seems to be something weird, like people don't like it. It's like there's nothing wrong with an older girl being with a younger guy, you know. It's just normal for some people to like that. I mean, you know, the amount of guys I come across that do actually like older women, but they just want casual sex with them. Like, Facebook dating is full of them. They really love older women, but they just love them because they're experienced sexually most of the time. And they want a woman to basically take control in the bedroom and do stuff to them. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, but I don't want sex. And when they get, some of them go, oh, would you give a blowjob? It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, please. Law of attraction for Indian guys. Yes, law of attraction for Indian guys. Focus, you're absolutely right. I do have a law of attraction going on for Indian guys. They just happen to show up in my life when I need one. Like, I had a really bad day before Christmas. One of the worst days, well, parts of the worst day in my life that I've had for 8 years. It was a really bad day. It was like a really dark, bad thoughts day. And I haven't had one of them since before 2012, when I stopped being depressed. You know, I hadn't had that. And I've had some upset and stress going on in my life, which is why I've been off long-term sick. And I haven't been able to, you know, in the beginning part of the year and the end of last year, I wasn't able to stream as much because I was poorly. I'm still not so well as I could be. So yeah, you know, it's just Indian guys happen to be there. So yeah, law of attraction is like, you know, and that the person that first talked to me when I was having that dark time was my Indian friend. My best asexual Indian homoromantic friend. So yeah, it was just like, oh, he's there for me. It's like he was the very first person, so in the message, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice, looking after me from afar. So yeah, long hair. I'm okay with some long hair. My ex used to have long hair, so if he was clean shaven and had long hair, I don't mind that. I don't think, you know, so long as I was attracted to him aesthetically. It's all to do with like if I'm aesthetically attracted to him. But yeah, I can be attracted to guys with long hair. If he looks, so long as he looks like a guy and doesn't look too like a woman, I don't mind if he's got some feminine traits. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now because I've been on this stream for a long time. And I wish you the best of luck and love. Thanks for being here, Theola and Liam and Focus. And yeah, stay focused on your goals, ambitions and dreams, and stay focused on the person that you ideally want to be with in your life. You should not settle for second best. You should live your life for you. And if the right person doesn't come along, just stay single and be happy being single, because the world needs more beautiful single people anyway. Till next time, embrace your quirky and each other, and I'll see you on the next video or live stream. Mwah! Lots of love to you and take care. And I've appreciated you all being here. Lots of love. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live right now, post a new video. Mwah!